So, thought I'd give myself my first try at this motovlog and carry on. Trying to think of something to talk on now, which for people that know me know I usually don't shut up. But, so I thought I'd take you along, first wee ride out with my camera, take you through the lovely little town called Johnston I stay in. Very basic and not much to see in it, blinking you'd probably miss it. But thought talk a wee bit about what I ride, why I ride, and why I decided to start with videos and vlogging. So we take it through this little roundabout. So first off, current bike that I am currently in possession of is wee Honda CB 125, because sadly I don't have my full licence yet. People outside of the UK, bike licence in this country is done stages. You can't just like over in the States pass your test and jump on whatever you feel like. You got to start on the little bikes and work your way up. So wee simple 125 gets me from A to B quite happily. Quite fun to ride, but I definitely want to get myself onto a sport bike as soon as I can. The naked bikes are fun, but they just don't do it for me. Every rider has their preferred bikes. You get sport bike guys on the naked bikes, Harley riders, bobbers, things like that, but everyone has their own preference. Naked bikes just sadly aren't mine. I also have a little YBR 125 which I don't really ride anymore. I kind of fell out of love with that bike after having a few accidents with it. And I've got a wee GSX, Suzuki GSX 650 waiting for me to get my licence. But yeah, so that's basically what I ride. I started riding about just shy two and a bit years ago. Done through a few of my friends. They've been riding for a while. It's something I've always wanted to do, but they finally helped me make it a reality. My closest friend, she gave me a wee bit of help before I'd done my CBT, which is your first wee test you do in this country. Helped me with my figure eights, slow control manoeuvres you need to do to keep the examiners happy. Taught me the basics, went done my CBT, and I've been riding with them since. Got a rare wee sunny day here in Johnston. Oh, my brake schooling, that needs cleaned. That was a very unappealing sound. But yeah, so one of those things. Just on a wee ride out into Paisley then now to get a few bits and pieces, and then I'll be back to enjoying what's left of my days off. When these cars move out the damn way and I can have a bit of fun. But reason I started videoing, both me and a very close friend of mine decided we'd get cameras, mainly for our own protection when we're out riding, in case we have an accident or someone does stupid stuff like that. If we ever have to claim insurance, stuff like that, we have proof of who was wrong, who was right. Also, because people are very liable to just hit you and drive away, so they think they won't get into trouble. Means actually a dash cam, so we have proof of what happens, but also we thought it'd be fun, showcase some of the fun we got up to while we're out riding. So, and here I am. It's the Ghost X camera that I went with. I looked at the reviews. It seemed decent camera, good for the price. But I was looking at GoPros and the 4K cameras, but for what I'm planning to do with it, I didn't really see the need for a big £200-300 camera. So this does what it does. Hopefully the footage is actually decent for you, so I'll need to have a look at that when I edit it. But yeah, so it just cruising through the wee town that links me into Paisley. Of course, the one time I want to get out on the bike and go a little faster, there is plenty of traffic. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah, so hoping at some points to show you a bit more of Scotland. I know there's not a lot of Scottish vloggers in the world of YouTube, which is a shame. It is one of the beautiful, well, best looking countries that you can visit. Some of the most amazing scenery if you know where you're going and you know what to look for. There's a couple of trips I want to try. Like, there's one called the NC 500, which is the North Coast 500 for anyone that's not local, where you'll start in the Highlands of Scotland and you work your way around obviously the North Coast, following the edge of the map. Takes you up around all the scenic routes and the beautiful, stunning natural scenery that Scotland has to offer. Also up through Fort William, where a lot of the Harry Potter films were seen. Like, the big bridge, you see that, the Harry Potter steam train rollover, that was filmed on the viaduct in Fort William. Also, some lovely views to come. Hopefully, it'll be once I get the bigger bike on the road, because 125s are great, but they're designed for short journeys. They don't really do well sitting at 70 mile an hour constantly, going up and down the roads. But yeah, absolutely stunning day in Scotland. For start of October, now that we're in the autumn season, it's quite surprising. Usually we're getting on. It's starting to get a bit colder. Winters over here aren't the most pleasant, especially if you're a motorcyclist. 9 times out of 10, it is rideable if you are an all-season rider. But a lot of the times, once the winter sets in, my riding basically becomes when it's necessary, going to work or things like that. I'm more pleasureful just going a wee cruise and enjoying myself. Kind of curtail that back a bit, because obviously when it gets cold here, it gets bloody cold. The worst I've ever seen it is when I stayed up in the Highlands. We had minus 25 one year. That was absolutely horrendous. That winter lasted right into the middle of March. And usually by that time our spring's set in and it starts getting a little warmer. But obviously Mother Nature has her own agendas. So just a wee cruise. I thought I'd take you with me and get my first vlog done. Other things about me, I love my cars as well as my bikes. Studied car mechanics for a few years. Love to tinker with things. If I can pull it apart and put it back together and it works, I'm a happy man. But yeah, so there's not a lot really to tell about me. Just thought I'd try and get some ideas out and see what I come up with. But yeah, so just as I said, just a wee joyful cruise, and bring you along, show you a wee bit of scenery. But yeah. So if you by some mistake or miracle happen to find my video, I do appreciate you tuning in and sticking with me. There's not a lot of Scottish vloggers, as I previously said, so it's good to support. If you're Scottish and you're local, obviously, good to support and help us get out there a bit more. But yeah, so I think I will leave you here and see what's happening. So appreciate you taking the time, obviously, to sit and watch me ramble for 5-10 minutes. But yeah, again, if you like what you see and you want to see more, drop a like, comment on the video, reply to them as often as I can, and don't forget to subscribe. Peace.